talk to you today about one of my very favorite craft hobbies, and that's diamond painting. If you're a seasoned diamond painter and you've done this many times before, I'll bet you have some really great tips and tricks that you could offer to somebody who's just starting out. But if you're new to diamond painting and just getting started, or if maybe you're trying to decide if it's the right hobby for you, or if you're just really wondering what it's all about, hopefully I could help you with that today. So what diamond painting is a lot like cross stitch, but you're not using a needle and thread. What you're using is a pre-printed sticky canvas, and you're using plastic beads that we call drills. And you're using something like this, a drill pen, to pick up your individual beads and place them in their designated spots on your sticky canvas. Diamond painting is a wonderful hobby. It's fun, it's relaxing, it's, for me, almost meditative. At the end of the day, when I want to unwind, wind down, whether it's just been a busy day, a long day, a bad day, any day, my me time is spent diamond painting. It's just something that I picked up a couple of years ago, and I fell in love with it right from the start. It's very easy when I start diamond painting to get myself in the zone, as they say, and I will forget to even look at the clock and lose track of time, and just keep working and working and working. It's that much fun. So diamond painting is really, it has some great meditative properties, I guess I could say, but it's just a really fantastic hobby. And at the end of doing your hobby, you have something really fantastic to show for your effort, because you can display your diamond paintings. I have some displayed behind me, you could see them. I even took one of my diamond paintings, and following the idea that another diamond painter showed on Instagram, online, followed her lead, and I made a nice holiday pillow out of one of my diamond paintings. And there's so much that you could do. I've done diamond paintings for myself, as you see. I've done diamond paintings as gifts, and anytime I've made them as gifts, everybody's been really pleased with what they've gotten. So it's a really fantastic hobby. It's something that anybody could enjoy, from the youngest child to an oldster, a youngster to an oldster. So when you're diamond painting, the first thing you have to decide to do when you decide to diamond paint is decide what kind of kit you're going to use. Now, there are a couple of different kinds of kits. There are partial drill kits and there are full drill kits. A partial drill kit is a diamond painting that, when you're completely done with it, part of your picture is going to be your beads, but part of it is also going to be printed onto the canvas. So you're not filling the entire canvas with beads. The other kind would be a full drill, which is what you see behind me and what my pillow is. Full drill means that anything you see up there or on here is not pre-printed. It's a bead covering the canvas. So this is all beads. Those pictures behind me, my wine glasses and wine bottles to that side, my big picture of Paris behind me, is all beads. So either way, they're both great. If you like to do a partial where it's only partially made with beads and partially it's printed on the canvas, beautiful. If you like doing all beads, full drill, beautiful. Now, there are also different kinds of beads that you could use. You could use round beads or square beads. So we call those round drills and square drills. If you're using round beads, that's exactly what they are. They are round plastic beads. And when you're using round beads, like I'm using here on my canvas, it makes it go a little bit faster, is what I have found, because you're placing them in their designated spots. But because they're not square, they don't have to lay flush against each other. There are no corners, no angles. But if you're using square drills, square beads like these, then you have to be super careful, because you are going to have to make sure that when you pick them up with your drill pen, you put them down very carefully into their boxes on the canvas. If you don't, if one of your beads is a little crooked and the other is straight, you're going to have a little gapping spot between them. And then eventually when you fill in the areas around the ones that are crooked, you're going to have what we call poppers. They're not going to lay flush against the others, and they're going to actually pop off your canvas and stick up. And you're going to have a difficult time getting them to stay. It also will show as a slanted line, a crooked line on your diamond painting. So if you're using square beads, you have to be super careful to place them really carefully on your canvas. The round drills, of course, you have to be careful, but you don't have to worry about poppers because they're round. There are no squared edges. When you get a diamond painting kit, when you decide what you're going to get, whether it's a full drill or a partial drill or the round beads or the square beads, your kits are going to be pretty much the same as far as what is included in your kit. I have a small kit here, and I have a very large kit here. Now, both kits, even though the size is different, they have the same items included. You get your canvas. This is a small canvas. It's a 30 by 30 centimeter, which means it's about 12 inches by 12 inches. It's a square foot. And with it came round drills, means all the beads are round. They're here in labeled bags. You see the little labeled bags. And when I take them out of this, they're going to look something like this in labeled bags. The bags are labeled what we call a DMC number, which is the color number. You can see that there. And I'm going to need to cut open each package and put my beads into a bead container. And these are round beads. When I open my kit, I also get my supply kit, my little tool kit, which is the bead boat where you put your beads into as you're diamond painting. We have pink sticky wax, and that's what you actually dip the tip of your drill pen into. You get the wax loaded into there, and then you pick up your beads and place them on your canvas. This kit happened to come with a pink single placer drill pen. Some kits, and Pretty Neat Creative sent me these really great multi-placers with one of my kits. This is a multi-placer. I have my drill pen with a cushiony pen grip on it, and this actually will fit 10 beads. So if you're doing a section that's really big of all one color, you could dip this into your beads, into your tray, and place them all at once. Some people like using the multi-placers. This multi-placer places 10. This one places 4. I have multi-placers that place 2 or 3. So and I have one that places 5. So it's all a matter of preference. And when I open this kit, this one's much larger. I'm going to get the same thing as the small kit. You get all your beads. Now this one has square beads. You can see that they're square. And again, I'm going to have to empty my little packages into my bead containers. But I also get the toolkit with it. Now this toolkit came with a tweezer. The other kit did not. Now, Pretty Neat Creative is really fantastic. They usually include the large drill boat. I like this large one. You can see the difference in size from the large to the small. I do like the small ones that have the little funnel spout because it's easy to put your drills back in your containers when you're done. But I do love these large ones. You can fit a lot of drills in it. You don't have to fill it up as often for the section you're working on. And Pretty Neat Creative has included, if I could grab it, a really fantastic tweezer. Now, usually you get a tweezer in your kit. This one happens to be a needle nose, pointy-ended tweezer. It's really good for picking up your drills. If you should drop one where it doesn't belong, maybe it falls on the canvas where it shouldn't be and you want to pick it up, or you realize you put the wrong drill on your canvas and you need to pull it off. That's what these are for. They're fantastic. So Our kits are pretty much the same. We get our pink sticky wax, which I happen to keep mine in a little container so it doesn't dry out. And then we're set to go. Now, the first thing we do is we kit it up, is what we say. I'm going to kit my painting up, which means that I'm going to take all my diamond paints, my diamonds, my little drills, my beads, and put them in the containers that I'm going to use. Pretty neat, creative, and other companies too, even craft stores, sell these really fantastic cases with individual diamond painting bead holders. You can purchase those. I happen to like these big containers that I use from the dollar store. Believe it or not, I can open up each individual compartment and fill a different color in each one. And then I label each one. I have right now the diamond painting that I'm doing right here, my beautiful succulent picture. I have my drills all labeled with their DMC, their color number, and the symbol that goes along with it right there, so I know what to match to my canvas. Now, when I'm working on my diamond painting, I get it all kitted up, and you can see that here. I have my, I'll try and bring you down here. My beads are all set. My accessories are all in my cup. And I have my picture laid out in front of me. My coffee's ready to go, and I'm ready to diamond paint. Now, a few other a few other accessories that you might find come in handy when you're diamond painting. I do use some tape. I know some people use washi tape. I'm using the color tape to, sometimes you might want to actually tape off your edges if you're worried about the edges being sticky, because sometimes the glue extends past your picture and you don't want to like lean on it and get the fuzz of your sleeve onto the picture. And some people actually put tape around the edges. Sometimes I use a magnifying glass to see my symbols, and sometimes, let's move this out of the way, I use what I really love, my Lightpad. This Lightpad has 3 settings. There we go, I look really bright. I slide it under the section I'm working on, and I'll bring you down here, and you can see how it illuminates that section right here that I'm working on. And it just makes it easier to see what you're working on. I'll bring you back up here. So those are just some of the accessories that you could use. Now, when you're diamond painting, take breaks. Like I said, I get wrapped up in it, and I forget to take breaks, and I'll work for 2 or 3 hours at a clip, and I know I really shouldn't, because you don't want to get eye strain. You don't want to strain your neck or your back when you're hunched over your diamond painting like this for 2 or 3 hours straight. You're going to start to feel it in the back of your neck, in your shoulders, and even in your hand or your wrist. So the grips come in really handy, and take breaks often. I get so wrapped up in it, like I said before, it's meditative for me, that my husband will come in the room and say, you know, aren't you taking a break tonight? You've been working for 2 hours straight. And that's when I know it's time for me to stop, get up, walk around, refill my coffee cup, and take that little break for 10 minutes or so, and then I go back to what I'm doing. Diamond painting is, like I said, for me, it's addictive, it's meditative, it's relaxing, it's just wonderful. It's a hobby that I really totally enjoy. When I'm done with my diamond paintings, the first thing I do after I take a nice photograph of it is I seal my paintings. Very important step. Some people don't like to seal their paintings, and I know that for a fact. But I seal my paintings because I don't want them down the line to maybe have a drill, a bead that pops out. So what I use is either this stuff or this stuff. This is white in the bottle, and it will dry clear when you use it. I also have a spray version of this, and this one is clear, so it's obviously going to dry clearly. What I do is I use one of these spongy brushes. I pour my sealer on and I brush it across. And I just make sure everything is covered. and I leave it to dry. It doesn't take that long to dry. Some of them dry quicker than others. And that way, down the line, my beads aren't going to pop. And then I decide what I'm going to do with it, whether I'm going to frame it, whether I'm just going to put it aside until I decide what to do with it, whether I'm going to make a pillow out of it. There's a lot that you could do with your diamond paintings. But diamond painting is a wonderful hobby. It's fun, it's relaxing, and I hope that some of these tips and tricks and this introduction to diamond painting is helpful to you. And if you decide to do it, I hope you enjoy it.